there, Capricorn. How are you? It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo, and I'm back again doing your August 2018 readings. So, as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, and you can always apply with anywho. It could be with your friends, family, colleagues, best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives, anywho. I'm basically just going to pick up your relationship energy in general, okay? By the way, I changed my name to the Inner Bloom to the Inner Stereo. I have no reason for it. It's just that one day I feel so impulsive that, and I like the sound of it. So you know what? I'm just gonna be the Inner Stereo. So, ta-da! So, how are you guys doing right now, Capricorn? I'm really sorry it took me quite some time to do your readings. I'm not feeling very, very well health-wise. So yeah. Your first energy for the now, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords, and you also have the Emperor here. What's up with the Nine of Swords, honey? Why is it like I was just chatting with my Virgo best friend of mine, and we were together, Virgo and Capricorn, and I noticed that there's this really, really anxious vibe coming from them. And it's not really a healthy place to live in, to be the over worrier, to be the overthinker of things, having to deal with that shadow side of you every night, every day, being anxious about something. Okay? If you want to take control back into the situations of your relationship in general, or even in your life, you need to let go of this. It's very simple. Stop thinking about it. It's easy for me to say that because I'm a mutable sign, right? I'm a Sagittarius, so it's very, very easy for me to distract myself, to not think about it. So maybe you can do like a new hobby. Every time you get to this stage, try to go talk with your friends, or try to dance, try to paint, try to do anything that just distracts you out of this stage, because it's not a beautiful place to live in. As you can see, the swords is kind of like blocking the moon. Moon talks about our intuition, talks about your subconscious. Basically, all your life problems, your subconscious already has the answer to it, and you're kind of like blocking it with all of those thoughts, just saying. Like, you have the Three of Pentacles, so it's a card of wanting to put in the effort, wanting to reconcile, wanting to collaborate with something, wanting to collaborate something. I think if we were to take it in a general sense, I think you're now starting to understand what has been bothering you, and you're willing to work things through for yourself, if that makes sense, even for your own self. What's challenging you have the Magician card in reverse, so you're dealing with someone. So someone here in this relationship wise is being very, very manipulative. Someone who already masters the art of either seduction, the art of manipulation, or the art of charming the shit out of people, that they're using it against you, that they're using it to gain something out of this relationship. And you're also dealing with a freaking stingy person. The Four of Pentacles in my Japanese Tarot, I think I'm going to use that in mid-August, because I just love that deck too, as much as I love this deck. But anyway, in my Japanese Tarot, it's been symbolized by a puppeteer, meaning that this person is kind of like putting on a show, and it's not really showing their true self. Again, as I told you, this person is the Magician card in reverse. This person has already mastered it. So they're not really showing you your true color. With the Four of Pentacles, it could also mean that they're kind of like withdrawing and being stingy with their attention and affection, because they want to create something stable for them. They think that they're doing themselves good by doing that to you, because they're trying to, get stability back in their life. Right, so in the past it was beautiful though. This person actually wanted to be the center of your universe, and this person is the High Priestess. So there's no denying when it comes to the connection or the attraction or the pull between the both of you, because this person feels like they are being pulled to you in a way that they cannot reason, in a way that they can never explain. So if you ask them like, why do you love me? I don't understand. I feel like I'm being pulled to you. Yeah, see? It could be like a karmic thing or a soulmate thing, or a twin flame relationship wise, because this person is being very, very pulled to you. You know, one of those relationship where you just cannot explain why am I attracted to this person, but that time I felt like I was being so pulled to them. Like this is what happens to them. You have the Three of Cups in reverse in what? In the past though. So and you also have the Death card in reverse. So it could mean that they're kind of like accusing you. You know, the High Priestess is also someone who is very, very judgmental, someone who thinks that they're in a moral high horse at the same time. So they might kind of like accuse you of cheating. They might accuse you for not having their back all the time. And they might also accuse you of talking shit behind their backs. But with the Three Cups in reverse, it also talks about you feeling as if like the friendship aspect of this relationship is not there. This relationship is just too much about romantic and lovey-dovey. It's always about relationship problems that the friendship aspect of it is not there. I mean, an ideal relationship, if you want to have like a long-term relationship, is supposed to have like a best friend aspect on it, and then a lover's aspect on it, and then a fuck buddies aspect on it, and a partner in crime aspect on it. Okay, so you get to find like all the different good things in people, and then you combine it in one person. That is an ideal long-term commitment, right? But I think like the friendship aspect, you don't feel it with them. You don't feel them as being very, very supportive towards you. They're not being very, very supportive towards your dream. And I'm not gonna blame you. I mean, like Saturn is not in your sun sign, and there's like a lot of shedding off the old skin that needs to happen from your side too. And the energy has been very, very confusing. I have Capricorn stellium, by the way, and my Saturn is in Capricorn, 7th house. Oh, lessons after lessons after lessons in my relationships house. Like I swear to God. So I feel you when this is happening to you. Okay, you get confused. You want them to understand you because, and they could not understand you because they're not going through the same thing. Caps. I mean, the attraction is there, the love is there. See, now they're like the moon card. Now they're kind of like sensing there's something fishy about you. They feel like they've been lied to. They feel like they've been betrayed. They feel like there's something that you're not expressing to them. You have the Seven of Cups where they're building all of these fantasies and stories inside of their head about you, might be accusing things about you. With the Moon card, it also talks about someone who is kind of like a little bit stalking. You know, this person might kind of like be a little bit withdrawn, but it's just a bluff that they're doing to you. It's just a bluff. Because they want to see the reactions out of you. They want to know where you stand with them. Yeah, you have the Temperance card in reverse in here. So you're kind of like losing your patience, and you're also kind of like losing your balance when it comes to dealing with life in general. You know, take it slow. Just take it slow. For real, just take it slow. You have the Six of Swords. You want to move to calmer water because everything is just kind of like murky and dark and gray in this area. Because this person is kind of like accusing you of things. This person feels like they're in the dark about things. We have the Page of Swords. So you are... Let's do something. Because, you know, I don't like this spread at all. Yeah, I keep my cards in my DSLR box, so... I wonder how they feel for you. Yeah, they have the Five of Cups, so they're mourning over you, you know. Where is the Capricorn that I once was, that I once knew? Holy shit, so much. Like they're very chatty, like this is what I feel, Anisa. But this is gonna be like a really, really long video because I'm doing an extension. I have the Four of Cups, so you're not interested. You're not having it any longer. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the Three of Swords, okay, and then you also have the Ace of Swords situation. Okay. So how do they actually truly feel about you, Capricorn? So this is how they feel. They kind of like mourning over you, and they're kind of like wanting you to come save them. They have this mentality to come, please save me, Capricorn. See, my best friend is married to a Scorpio. At first, the Scorpio was like pursuing her heavily and take care of everything and everything. But Capricorn has a tendency to do all things by herself, to be the doer, to be the caretaker, up to the point till the husband, the Scorpio husband, was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything because my wife does everything, right? And 2 years down the line, like every time my Capricorn best friend wants her Scorpio husband to do something from him for her, like a document or whatever, it seems like this guy doesn't know how to operate any longer because he's so used to the Capricorn taking care of him, if that makes sense. So if that is what's happening in a relationship, you need to also let your partner meet you halfway. You It's not necessary for you to always be the caretaker. Okay, let other people take responsibilities of their lives on their own. I understand you love them, but try to detach yourself and try not to put too much things, because now they're getting used to it. Now they're getting used to you saving them the whole damn time. Okay, they're the two of wands, so if there's like a no communication going on between the both of you, they're waiting. They have the Seven of Wands. Every time you kind of like accuse them of things, they're going to be kind of like defensive towards you. They have the Emperor, so the energy is still the same with the past. They still want to be the center of your universe, Capricorn. They still want to procreate with you and build a lot of things because they have so much faith in you. This is very rare for me to do this. But anyway, how do you actually feel about them? You have the Three of Swords. So there is like a pain that was inflicted by them that you cannot get over with. Thus, that is making you feel like this, the the Four of Cups. So it's like you're not interested in them at all. And then it seems to me as if like there are quite a lot of people who shows their interest to you, but you're also not interested in them because you're just so busy dealing with your life. You're just busy, wanting to move to calmer water, if that makes sense. Here's what it gets problem. You have the Queen of Cups and you also have the Ace of Swords. In this deck of mine, the Queen of Cups, although it's beautiful, because emotionally it's present, but she's not living in the moment. As you can see, this is not very Capricorn. She's so busy fantasizing. She's so busy living not in a realistic world that she's abandoning even her babies. Okay, and with the Ace of Swords in here too, so you feel like this person is someone who is very, very unique, someone that you needed to walk all the way up to find the swords. But what's the problem is, as you can see, there's like a distance between the angel and the swords, meaning that in this state, this person is just a fragment of your imagination. It's just a fragment of your ideas, if that makes sense. So if you're a cross watcher watching this, you need to train Capricorn to make you a human being again by training them to meet you more often and everything like that. Okay? So what is the challenge of this relationship? We have the Six of Pentacles. Like there is no equal give and take going on in here because both parties are being so untrusting towards one another. The situation here, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So one of these days, one of you is going to kind of like submit and, I'm tired of doing this, but I don't think it's going to be you. They're still very, very much emotional to you, and you're very, very cerebral in the now. You have the Page of Swords, so it's like two people kind of like still watching one another, You're losing your shit though. You're losing your patience completely, and you have the Page of Swords, so you're having like really, really great trust issues. The Page of Swords in this deck of mine is the orphan of the deck, meaning that from little this person has been abandoned. So when it comes to love, you guys became really, really skeptic about it because you've been burned. To a certain group of Capricorns out there, this person might also be dealing with like a lot of options which you don't take lightly. Again, as I said, you remember when I said the situation is going to change, like one person is going to kind of like come towards one person is going to like submit a little bit. This person is going to do that to you. I think because they're tired of all the games that they're playing. stalking behind your back, but also at the same time saying to you that they don't really care and they now have other options that is better than you, and everything is not working well with for them. So they kind of like realizing like, you know what, I think I have had it. I couldn't find anyone better than the Capricorn, and they're going to kind of like come around to you before the end of August. I mean, when I was doing this reading, I specifically said I want a reading from the 9 to, it's already 10, from the 9 to 15 of August. Beautiful. Everything will turn out fine, Capricorn. You have the 10 of Pentacles in here. Everything will turn out beautifully, don't worry. Okay. So you have the 5 of Cups in here. And you have the High Priestess in reverse. You have the 5 of Wands. Don't compromise, don't lower your standard. I mean, right now you guys have the Emperor card, so you really are very like, you know, prancing around the room and you're like, you know, this is what I want. Like, I'm not going to take in any more subpar treatment from anyone. Like, that is your energy for the now, right? And when they come at you in the future, because you do miss them so much, okay, you have the 5 of Cups here, because you do miss them so much, you will have the tendency to be okay with everything. While deep down inside you feel like, damn, I should have said that. Now this person thinks that it's alright for that person to do what he did or what he or she did to me in the now and in the past. And I didn't get that message across. Okay, so there's no mutual agreement given. So my advice would be, when they come at you, coming forward at you because they're done with their, you know, games and so on and so forth, try to come up. I think it's like the same as your July reading, where you need to exactly say what you really need to say. Okay, what's bothering you right now? You're in the mood to give them a piece of your mind, right? Just freaking do it, so that they know. Because if you don't do that in the future, although it's like everything is 10 of Pentacles, this person feels normal again. This person will feel like nothing is wrong. Deep down inside, you have that conflict inside of you. 5 and 5. Why the hell didn't I show my teeth? Now I'm like, again, in a relationship where there's no mutual agreement, where I feel like it's more beneficial for the other party rather than me in the future. So it's like a repeating cycle over and over again, Capricorn, and you need to kind of like break it a little bit, okay? You don't really need to wait for them to come back at you. I mean, like, right now you're in a mood, you just snap and say what's on your mind. Just freaking do it so that they get the message. Because they're just kind of like come at you like nothing happened, nothing wrong. Like, they're not even in the wrong. Like, why am I even siding with you? Probably because I have a Capricorn stellium, but yeah. Alright, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed my reading, Capricorn, and I'll see you guys again in mid-August. Bye-bye!